Hello everyone and welcome to channel Duello. Today I'll be analyzing Nilfgaard faction after the latest patch 8.5. As you all know, Nilfgaard has received a massive nerf. Now Masquerade Ball, uh, which was definitely the strongest card for Nilfgaard for a while, uh, will only be triggered by, let's say, regular aristocrats. So the spying aristocrats will not trigger the Masquerade Ball, and as a result, many people, are trying to modify the decks that they have been using all along. So I'm gonna discuss about that topic today, and gonna show you some sample decks, and after that, I will share two games with you that I played on Twitch yesterday. And first of all, I mean, is it possible to play Masquerade Ball after that nerf? Definitely it is. There are still plenty of strong aristocrats in the game. In fact, let's take a look at the deck builder and see how many aristocrats we have. Well, Usurper was always being used, and he also triggers the Masquerade Ball, but he has to be played on the final round to trigger the ball on his third form. Other than that, what are the playable gold aristocrats? Well, Emir is pretty strong, obviously. Vincent is also another pretty good aristocrat. Shillard could be an option, but 9 provision seems kinda high for what he does. Kahir is usually a meme card in my opinion. I don't think he deserves to be played in a Masquerade Ball deck. Anna Henrietta could be an option. I mean, when she was first released, many people tried her, but you get, I mean, everybody got mixed results, and I'm not a huge fan of this card either. And Fergus is an option. Why? Because the 7 provision seems pretty okay. I mean, if he was like 8 or 9, I think he would have been unplayable. And besides, this gives spying, and it's compatible with coup de grace. So after playing Fergus, you can play coup de grace and get a lot of value out of that. Other than that, the other two gold aristocrats are Joachim and Roderick, and they are not gonna trigger the ball, but we have to play them anyway. So Roderick is a phenomenal tutor, and as long as we have coup de grace, Joachim is the best target for that card. And what about the bronze aristocrats? Well, most of the time we are left with playing these. Well, Thirsty Dame was being used when, double Masquerade Ball was popular, but I think she's kind of weak. I mean, to be included in the deck, it's better to get her from Masquerade Ball. Seditious Aristocrats could be an option, because the more spies you have, the better, stronger aristocrats get. Seditious aristocrats get. So, and also we have the one more Lamb Hunter, which is also a dependable, 4 provision bronze card. So those are our 3 options, and I wouldn't recommend Thirsty Dame, but these two definitely could be considered if you plan to play Masquerade Ball. And definitely you need to include one of them at least, and 2 copies of each. Because the gold cards, they may not be enough to trigger the ball. Okay, so what can we do? What could be the deck build? In the video that I'm going to show a bit later, I used this deck. What did I do here? Well, I'm still using Mano here to get more consistency and to guarantee that I draw coup de grace here. But in order to use that, I mean, I need to include additional aristocrats. So Vincent was my gold choice for this deck. He's pretty good against, certain matchups and certain cards. Kills defenders, kills veil units. So he's pretty good, and you can use him in the first round if necessary. And other than that, I don't have any other gold aristocrats, so that is a problem. Therefore, I added seditious aristocrats. I have 2 of these, but other than that, there aren't any more aristocrats here. Well, Usurper has to be on his 3rd form. That's why, while playing this deck, you need to be really, really careful, because you can you may not be able to trigger your Masquerade Ball. So this is a risk. Well, I have Vigo here to, you know, maybe high roll into playing an seditious aristocrats, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 bronzes. Hunting pack, aristocrats, informant, emissary, fangs, and nausicaa surgeon. So 3 out of 6. But in one of the games that I played, I was able to, you know, get that and trigger the second phase of Masquerade Ball. So you need to be a little bit lucky to get that. But I mean, you shouldn't depend on it. So that's why it is better to hold on to aristocrats just in case, you know, you don't have enough of them when you're playing Masquerade Ball. So that's a problem. And obviously, we are not playing the Cantarella location combo, because we don't have provisions left. I mean, if you want to make room for them, you need to get rid of Vincent, and that becomes a problem. So this is one way of approaching deck build using Masquerade Ball. And also Magic Lamp is better here, because there are lots of reactive cards in this deck. But consistency is pretty high here. You usually get most of your gold cards in this deck. But I mean, since you're not playing Cantarella, you're gonna play Joachim twice, so you don't have the options to play him like 4 times in this deck, and that could become a problem. And I actually lost some games because of that, because the opponent was able to play Joachim more than me, and so on. So I got mixed results out of playing this deck. But still, you could try, but you have to be really careful and play well, because if you make a single mistake, you just lose the game, because it's that, you know, sensitive. In the previous version, the Chinese meta breaker thing, and thanks to Cantarella and location, you know, you had the option to play like you don't care, and that's not the case here. Especially first round is crucial. You could lose uneven if you're playing on blue coin. An alternative approach to that is getting back to the location Cantarella combo. And in order to do that, I removed Vincent and added Fergus. So still the same number of aristocrats here. And Fergus is cheaper, but you don't have the luxury of, you know, playing Vincent and instant killing any cards. And also I should add that imprisonment really goes well with Vincent. So I mean, you imprison one of the let's say high units, yeah, it gets locked, but since it's getting a status, you can kill it with Vincent in the same turn. So keep that in mind. And I also needed to remove another gold card, which is Menno in this case. So the consistency isn't that high here. But since I'm adding more units, I mean, while playing Joachim, I mean, you could get more units. There are still 2 tactics here, and it is possible to get rid of turn adjust, but if you do that, you need to add another unit, and still there. And this time there are again 6 units here: hunting pack, aristocrats, informant, emissary, fangs, and sergeant. Some people are using mage infiltrator. That could be an option if you are seeing a lot of swarm decks, but if you are not, I wouldn't recommend playing her. So this is another approach. But RNG plays an important factor while playing this deck, but the points potential is much higher compared to the previous one. And you also have the option to use Emir here and play spies and get that spy synergy going. And playing Enforcer is pretty good here. It really goes well. But while playing this deck is like, these cards are like winning more type of decks. I mean, you are already winning the game, but when you play them, I mean, you just make a show out of it. You know, you win by a landslide. So if the opponent cannot remove these cards. And we are also playing Ramon here to copy Enforcers and Nausicaa Surgeons. But the problem with this deck is Ramon is kind of a round 1 or round 2 cards. And the final round, you may not have a soldier to copy, and Ramon could turn into a brick. And I'm not playing Meno here, no Vigo here, so that could become a problem, especially in the first round. So if you're drawing Ramon and another soldier next to it, you should definitely play him before it's too late. Still, this is a pretty good deck, and I would definitely recommend it. Besides, it's fun to play this. There's also Master of Disguise to keep up with the luck theme, and also we're using one more Lamb Hunter, Aristocrat, so there are a lot of aristocrats in this deck, so you could be, you know, let's say, it's much easier to trigger Masquerade Ball, so you can play them whenever you want. So there will be at least 2 aristocrats when you have Masquerade Ball in your hand. And my final deck is not mine actually. This deck was built by Kolgrim. So the final approach is just not using Masquerade Ball. Well, is that going to be enough? In some cases it could be. This is a very control heavy deck. So a lot of toll punish in this deck in form of Leo, Vincent. These are really good cards. In certain cases, Leo is also killing Witchers, and Skellige Witchers are, you know, popular. And I already talked about Vincent. Other than that, there is this location and Contralda combo. So you still have the option to play Joachim 4 times. So if you can somehow manage to play it 4 times and also control the board with your toll punish and so on, it is possible to win the games. And Kolgrim is actually still using it when I'm shooting this video in the tournament. I think it's a pretty good deck, but it's a risk on the ladder. I haven't played a lot of games with it, so still needs further testing. But I like the consistency, and Masquerade Ball, you know, creates a lot of space, so that's why you can run more golds. As you see here, a lot of golds. Both Leo and Vincent is quite powerful here. But if the opponent is smart, you know, they can play around it. Yesterday I played a casual game. This wasn't a ranked game, but the opponent really played well and, you know, kept all of the units below 9 power, so that my Leo turned into a brick, and he had the last say and he won the game. Anyway, so those are the decks that I wanted to show you with Nilfgaard. Well, Nilfgaard has other options like Kolgrim, Clogger deck, and some people prefer to use mill decks. I wouldn't recommend either of them. First, they are toxic to play, and second, I mean, you're not gonna get high winning percentage to playing them. I mean, Cloggers is better, obviously, but while playing Cloggers, the opponent, I mean, you are drawing every card you want with that deck. The consistency is the highest in this deck. But the problem is, if the opponent has red coin and he drew his gold cards, you can't win the game. I mean, there will be answers to your defender and Kolgrim probably. It is not possible. So it is totally dependent on what the opponent draws, not what you draw. And I personally don't like that kind of approach. So it's pretty much luck based how you win the game. And I blame CDPR for, you know, drawing such toxic cards in this, especially in way of the Witcher expansion. So that's the result. Since these, you know, decks are not that powerful, some people prefer to play Cloggers, and I hope they, you know, they change their minds and do not play them. In the tournaments, nobody plays Kolgrim decks, you know. First of all, I mean, the leader ability is not giving it away as it used to be. I mean, everybody was using Tactical Decision when it was first released, and you know, you were sure that you are playing against Kolgrims and you're not mulling away your gold cards. But this time people are using Imprisonment, Double Cross, so you're not sure what the opponent is playing until they play their clock cards. Okay, so that's it. That's all I can talk about Nilfgaard for today. And I have 2 games for you. Both are against toxic decks, and this deck really punishes those greedy decks well. And as you will see in the examples, I lost some games, so I'm not gonna share them with you guys. And I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. And don't forget that these games were broadcasted live on Twitch. I streamed on English, but my viewers are mostly Turkish, so you may hear some Turkish words. So sorry about that, but the broadcast was mostly in English, so you will have no problem understanding the commentaries. And also feel free to subscribe to my Twitch channel as well if you're liking what I'm doing. I will probably broadcast in both languages. So see you in another Duello video or in my Twitch channel. And bye bye. Okay, so imprisonment. Stratagem is magic lamp. So it's really hard to tell what the deck is. Could be cloggers. Could be similar to my deck. In any case, I'm a red coin, that's good. So I'm gonna get rid of Sergeant here. So 2 poisons are nice. Yeah, let's just keep the sands. Okay, so I expect the clock to immediately start, because it's my destiny to play against clogger decks. Yep, this is a clogger deck. And that is getting poisoned, my friend. This could be that awful deck that Specimen is playing with Alzur, Madoc, and Letho. Because Pact is in that deck, but some cloggers deck are using that as well. Oh my god, what is this? So he's just accepting to lose? I will just... Well, I should play Hunting Pack before that. If he cloaks one of the Hunting Pack, maybe I can find... I can, get an additional one with Vigo later. Okay, so this is a clock deck as expected. So I need to have status, in order to find the dogs. But I can get status later with Bradens. Yeah, I'm gonna poison that. So these cards are kinda fragile. Yeah, you don't want to give those cards to your opponent. It would be nice if I had Vincent here, because I have Cupbearer to purify the defender, and I will probably need another Purify or Vincent for Siri, because this looks like a Siri deck. Here comes Toxicity. I can just pass here. These are pretty good cards, or maybe with Mano I can. Yeah, I'm gonna pass here. Let him do whatever he wants to do next round. Yep. there is Sirinova, so that somehow, you know, negates the missing card. But we'll still have, you know, fewer cards than me in the next round, and, you know, I mean, he's not gonna pass, obviously. If he passes, he loses. Gonna get rid of Hunting Pack here. Okay, so do I have enough aristocrats? No, I do not have. Only dishes aristocrats. Ouch. So playing ball may not be an option here. At the same time, I can find that aristocrat with Vigo. You know, this is a bronze card. Okay, well, so let's keep that in mind and, you know, not play Vigo early. Why are you not here, Vincent? And Roderick is not here, so I don't have access to these cards in this round. Oh boy! That is getting big. I'm not gonna imbo that. That is too risky. So Brethen's into Emissary probably here. I have coup de grace though. So Meno, what can Meno pull here? With Carnage Jousts, Experiment Remedy Battle Preparation is nice actually. Maybe I'll do that because I have coup de. But let's not forget about the Hefty Helga. So they could be running Hefty Helga. Hey, what's up, Captain Kid? I just realized you were the one who were texting me. No bronze for me to clog. This is nothing. I really don't care about this. Here comes his hunting pack. I'm gonna be patient and not play Vigo here. And I can't poison Siri. It is kind of early to do that. I'm gonna do this and keep the board safe from bronze cards. Yeah, that's it. The opponent is really thinking hard. Not my turn, is it? No. Okay, headphone upgrade. Roderick. Defender probably. This must be a new edition. This is probably replacing Eftiaga. This is, I mean, this is better for, you know, Imperial formation, right? Why would you use this here? He had plenty of breaks. He's not playing Tactical Decision Leader. So as a result, you know, he ended up with Roach in hand in the first round. Anyhow, this is Masquerade Ball time. And should I use one of the leaders so that it doesn't get jousted? Nah. Mano into Tourney Joust or Coated Weapon. Let's Joust, okay, that's better actually. Because the deck size difference is 7. This is a good target for Coated Weapon. So I believe the difference, will get bigger. Interesting. So he doesn't have is it this guy running Viper Witchers? Okay, this is one turn earlier than it's supposed to be. Okay, so playing Viper Witcher Adept, which will bring more points. Okay, now am I hitting the aristocrats or not? So 3 out of 5. We'll see. Okay, here it is. I mean, this is gonna bring a lot of points as well, but I mean, triggering ball is more important in my opinion. And now I'm 4 points ahead. So is it gonna be Defender? Okay, here is Viper Witcher. So one more card added. And one more with Arthur Gavate. Well, I'm gonna play Emissary. Do I have 3 dogs or not? Okay, only 2. Could be seeing a pass here. Because things are not looking great for my opponent. Well, I'm gonna coup de grace. I mean this, or I think this is better. Okay, so is there any way that he can win? I don't think so. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm gonna start with Usurper. Okay, so we got solutions. That's why this guy was sitting on my hands. Maybe I should have played something back before that. Well, that would have been really trolling. So that's probably Mentor. So the assimilate will not be triggered. No point in using leader. Because he used Kuwait. Whatever. Is it that obvious? Okay. Well, the thing about this matchup is, you know, I had red coin and I had plenty of golds. So that's how this Kolgrim decks go. Yeah. Okay, we're probably facing a Calculus deck here. I'm on red coin, which is fortunate. Okay, 2 poisons. Could work out despite the leader ability. At least we can, you know, force the opponent. Okay, by the way, we have the crucial 2 cards in hand. These are extremely important here. That's nice. Very nice. Informant will not find value here. This is great. Let's keep the dogs. If it isn't Catus, though, that could be interesting. Okay, so this is probably gonna be used on Siri then. I don't have invocation, but probably killing Siri with Vincent is a good idea. Since there is status on the board, I'm gonna play the hunting packs. Imperium Phantom. Okay. Pretty solid start here. I'm gonna play my emissaries. Eagarn. I'm gonna do, something crazy and, increase the hunting packs power to 16. Let him use Imler's Wrath in the first round. Look at the giant dog here. I'm gonna poison Yeager next. Good. Why would you play Wild Hunt Bruiser? Okay, this is not a Keltul deck, I guess. Makes no sense to, play this on a Keltul stick, so, I can be... So I'll probably Vincent this then, this round. Our guest. What am I playing against? What a weird deck. Okay, so this will be a 21 point play. So the lead is 24. What the hell? What monstrosity is this? What? What's going on here? And he found... Create plays random cards, right? And he found Art Gates, which is really good for this deck. What? Okay, pass here. I mean, I can kill it, but, the lead is huge. What abomination is this? Oh my god, if this is Calculus, I mean, he has White Hunt Bruiser in the graveyard. So I can move Kelly with that using Remedy. And I have 2 Aristocrats. Trigger the ball. And Monsters players should never ever pass here. What the hell? What is going on? Okay, so if I use my Aristocrat here, am I gonna be able to draw one more? Well, we'll see. I usually lose to these kinds of decks because of the, random things that you don't expect. We'll see. Okay, so no Aristocrat. Phenomenal. I drew all the Aristocrats here. But I have to keep mulling. Because, since I secured the 2 Aristocrats here, I gotta find Roderick. Well, no luck. But I can probably find Braden's from Joachim. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a wild round. Okay, so no unit, huh? Lovely. So this is probably gonna get heat waved. Yes. There is no reason not to heat wave it. We can play the other aristocrats. I see no reason not to. Besides, it's triggering Thirsty Dame. Okay. So this is the second copy of the randomly created card. I understand. Well, hopefully... Okay, this is good. I can put an armor here. This get too big, by the way. I think I made a mistake. It could be running a Curse of Corruption. I should have put it on, you know, Usurper maybe. Okay, so there is the Defender. I kind of expected that because, you know, some kind of circus action will go on here. Yep, like that. Okay, so no more another Joachim. Oh, I'm gonna play Vigo and what am I gonna find? I don't know. Is there any other bronze units other than Bruiser? No. So we'll just play this. So at least I have a coup target here. What the hell is this? I mean, fucking seriously? What the hell is going on here? Well, deck building, what can I say? So that's it. After all this. Yes, suck it.